Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I do everything base makeup, from primer to foundation to concealer to contouring to highlight, everything. And a lot of you guys requested this video to be more of beginner friendly, so that's what I'm planning to do today. I'll be walking you through the steps of how I do my base makeup if you like the style of how I do it. So let's get started. Please ignore my nasty windburn I got from work. First step, a really important step, is to moisturize your face and prep your skin. Make sure your skin is clean going into makeup, because if not, you will end up with clogged pores and really bad acne sometimes. So be very careful and cautious. I just washed my face and I'll be starting off with the Tarte Brighter Days moisturizer. Alright, after moisturizer, I like to prime my skin. Today I'll be using a cult favorite, the Professional from Benefit. Now a trick with primers is you really don't need a lot, so I'm just going to take a little bit, and that should be good for my entire face. Now I don't want to apply pore filling primers all over my face. I just want to apply them where I need to. So in places like here, I like to apply it. You can also do a pressing in motion. And then a nice trick I like to do is take them on my fingers and put them on my cheekbones, so that when I apply my highlighter doesn't show my pores as much. Alright, after moisturizing and priming, I'm going to go into foundation. I'm normally someone who starts with my eyes, but for the sake of today's video, I'll be only doing my base makeup. So I'm going to take my foundation. I'm going to take 2 pumps on the back of my hand. I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 190. Now for foundation, if you have really oily skin, I recommend using a brush. But if you have really dry skin like me, I recommend using a beauty blender or a beauty sponge. This one is from AOA Studio, from Shop Miss A. These are really, really good. I actually like them way better than the beauty blenders, and they're only $1.55. Remember to always dampen your sponge. So I'm just going to take my finger and dab some onto my face and start tapping in with my beauty blender. You don't want to wipe, because that will create lifting and you'll just move the product that you just put down underneath away. Now if you want a much more natural look, you can go for less foundation, but I found that 2 pumps of the Pro Filter foundation from Fenty works really well. You just have to work really fast. Take your time when you're blending, don't rush. I understand that a lot of us don't have time to do a full beat every day, so I recommend going for a more natural look. But if you don't have the time to blend, don't do a full beat, because you will see unblended marks. And if you take your time to blend, it really pays off and it makes your look really good. Next, I'm going to do concealer. I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C3. And the trick to concealer is using a little bit, just the same as foundation. So I like to start it here, because I do have a lot of darkness on the inner circles of my eyes, like so. And then I sometimes also take it on my eyelid to cover up my veins. I never apply concealer in this area, because it normally will crease. You'll get the 3 ones. And then I like to highlight my cupid's bow, my chin, and then my forehead. Once again, the same rules apply. Take your time when you're blending your concealer. It really pays off and you can tell the difference. I also like to put a little bit of concealer right in the middle of my nose, just a dot. And then I like to spread it down and spread it up, and then just tap that in to have the appearance of a nose contour. Alright, now we're going to set our concealer. Now setting your concealer is a really important step to avoid creasing, but if you can get away with it, get away with it. It creates such a natural looking look. Now, if you have oilier skin, I recommend baking, but I have really dry skin, so I'll be using my favorite translucent pressed powder from e.l.f. I'm going to take a flat foundation brush and just tap that under my eyes after I clear out the creases. If you have an oilier face than mine, I recommend setting your entire face, but since I have dry skin, I'm only be setting underneath my eyes. Right now is about the time where I normally do my brows, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to that and do that off camera. Alright, now we're going to go into contouring and bronzing. So I'll be using this matte sculpting bronze booster palette from Physicians Formula. And I'll be taking the middle shade and this shade and mixing them together on a large powder brush and dusting off the excess. I'm going to follow this line and the indent of my cheek and just lightly in circular motions bronze up the cheeks. If you have a bigger forehead, I recommend bronzing your forehead. The trick to not having a muddy bronzer is to blend. The same way you would take a clean brush to blend your eyeshadow, I recommend taking a big clean powder brush to blend out your bronzer. So I'm going to dip into Luminoso on a big brush and we'll blend this out. I'm taking a stippling brush and just getting in here, dusting off the excess and just blending above where we contoured in circular motions. I'm going to take a clean brush and just blend out my blush. Lastly, we're going to go into highlighter. Now, if you're going to be using golds or pinks on your eyes, I recommend using a gold or pink highlighter to correspond your whole face, or you can actually use the highlighter on your eyes or vice versa, the eyeshadow on your cheekbones, just to pull the look all together. I'm going to be just using Flexitarian from ColourPop, and I'm going to take it on a highlighting brush and apply it to the tips of my cheekbones. You can also use these kinds of cream highlighters with your fingers, but I like to use them with a brush. So I like to apply my highlighter from right under my eye on the tops of my cheekbones and blending it out in the outer corner of my eye, like so. I don't pass the center of my eye when I look straight. I don't pass the center. That way it doesn't look weird when I have it looking straight. Same on the other side. Now, you can stop here or you can create a glowy look for yourself. Now, I'm one who likes the glowy look, so I'm going to show you how I get my base done. So what I'm going to do is take the highlighter on the brush and I'm going to just right there, and that creates just this little sheen right there in between your eyes that lets you assume that your entire face is glowing. I'm also going to take some on my chin and just 1 or 2 swipes on my chin, on my cupid's bow, and 1 or 2 swipes on my chin. Then I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to get some on the brush. I'm going to hit my inner corners of my eyes. And then I'm going to catch underneath my brow bone and blend it out with my finger, just like that. Lastly, I'm just going to apply some mascara just to pull the look together and wipe the foundation off my lips, and we're done. Alright everyone, that's the final look for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this little tutorial about my base makeup and how I like to do it. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Leave a comment what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!